So it has, to us, it has a lot. But we are not saying we remove the first past the post and where the constituencies are, you remain with that, then make regional list, and every vote will count. It will actually reduce wastage of vote. You can tell me those parties that get votes to the extent of even 3 million, 5 million, those votes go to waste. They don't count, because they don't even count in political parties. If they don't qualify, they don't count anywhere. So the wastage in elections in terms of vote will be minimized. Yeah, so that's why we are proposing it can cure many other things. So allow Mr. Ali.
Lucy, before you go to Ali, how does it cure equitable representation? How does it cure the problem of rural constituency, for instance, with 180,000 registered voters and a higher population being represented by one member of parliament, while another constituency that I will not name, a member is elected by 5,000 people?
Yeah, Mr. Ali will comment about that, but because there is a regionally made, we are looking after the elections. We are looking at a region, how many votes in the region, because we are saying, let's even do away with the closed party list. First of all, we are doing away with the closed party list. So after elections, it's when you look at the votes, the vote distribution. So because the lists are per region, then you distribute within the region. So you are capturing also the number of votes that have been cast in a particular region. Yeah, but Mr. Ali, please comment also about that.
Right. Thank you very much, co-chairs and members of the committee. Just 3 issues. Number one is the issue of cannibalization. I think I want to say one thing about that. Basically, we are in this space, and the political landscape, of course, shows that there are a lot of wrangles within the parties. We might not call it cannibalization, but wrangles. And what we have seen is some of these issues result as a result of lack of internal democracy and lack of strong leadership. So as an office, we are building capacities of parties to have concrete ideologies, strong leadership, and internal democracy, which calls for inclusive decision making. Once that happens within political parties, then it becomes very difficult to infiltrate those parties, even by members, those who are not members of that party. So we're advocating for inclusive decision making by political parties, internal democracy, strong leadership, and a concrete ideology that all members of that party identify with. Once we have that, then it becomes very difficult for any party to be infiltrated and hence probably cannibalized. The issue of individual rights versus political rights, which was raised by Honorable Chungwa, I think Honorable Mugeni has touched on it, whatever he wanted to say. In terms of those rights, the Constitution also has mandated Parliament to come up with laws on management of political parties and those positions, and also it's one of the ways in which one loses seat. But what is important, and what we have seen in other jurisdictions, is that parties sometimes also give room for individual members to follow their conscience, provided that it is not very far from what the party believes in. So the individual consciousness of a member, which must also be respected by the party. In other jurisdictions, party usually ask every member when they're elected to give about 3 or 4 matters that they think are very close to them, that even if the party takes a different position, they will not be punished. If they take a different position from the party position, they will not be punished, and they usually declare that. So if we have that kind of a scenario, then we might also promote some individual consciousness of members who are also representing their voters. So there need to be that balance between political party position and individual members' consciousness, which sometimes is also very, very important to be considered. So deeming only comes when you outrightly oppose the party ideology on all positions, not just because of one matter or two which you followed your conscience. I think that is also covered by the Constitution. In the issue of the issue of freedom of association and rights, I think that has been captured very well. It's also a constitutional issue. And finally, the issue about the agents. I think we don't have an issue with that proposal. Agents are recognized as poll officials in the Elections Act, but also in the Political Parties Act, there is some mandate for which is given to the RPP for training of agents, because again they are coming from political parties. So that balance is important. If the government is able to fund, then it's a good proposal to promote democracy. They say democracy is expensive. So if it's possible, it can be done. Thank you.
Thank you, co-chairs and members of the committee. I'll quickly pick on about 2 of the questions and seek to respond to them. I'll pick on the question on political parties liaison committee, PPLC, and whether as an office we think that PPLC has been effective and properly constituted, as well as its current structure. PPLC is properly envisaged in the Political Parties Act under Section 38 as a forum of dialogue, a tripartite forum of dialogue between IBC or PP and the political parties. And in this case, we're talking about the fully registered political parties, including coalition political parties. Yes, it's important because previously we have used this particular forum to discuss and to engage on important cross-cutting issues ranging between political processes, including electoral processes and political parties management. And we've been able to discuss with political party leadership because a political party is represented by 1 member in PPLC. And yes, we've made resolutions and we've been able to even strengthen governance of political parties through this particular forum. And as it is, I would say yes, it is structured well because we have all the political parties represented, and we have the steering committee of PPLC. Within PPLC, we have the steering committee, which brings together all the fully registered political parties so that they also have a platform, a forum, to discuss issues on the part